Your early morning mentality is your every hour mentality. All gas, no brakes. Focus, purpose, power. Destined for the water, but confident everywhere else. A calming buzz before the storm, the truth of nature itself. You can't catch lightning in a bottle. There's a limit out there, but it's not with your gear. Unrelenting power delivery. Unparalleled weight savings. Keeping you on the water, whether you run a 9.9 or outscoping your best 5. In this rare air, there's power in the silence. It's a mindset, thinking only of the things that matter and freeing your mind from the things that you trust.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Twisted Cat Outdoors podcast, where we give you information on tournaments, events, everything in the catfishing world, bringing you value, tips and tricks, things that you can do out there on the water. Let's get this show started.
I think that just set a Twisted Cat Outdoors 3-fish record.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Monday night, 7 o'clock. Give me a thumbs up. I just actually plugged this back in, so if the audio is good, give me a thumbs up in the comments. And I just got some news that I want to go over with everybody tonight. Unfortunately, it's not where is the Twisted Cat Outdoors Championship. That's hopefully going to be this week. I've been saying that for months, weeks, it feels like, but hopefully soon. But a couple quick things, especially if you're jumping on after this live. What's up, Bobcat Outdoors? Liz says we're good. Sean says all good. This will be kind of a short podcast tonight, but unless you guys have good questions. So Fort Madison, stop number 5 coming up. Stop 5 coming up. Been talking to a lot of the anglers with some suggestions, and actually was met with Mike at Dave's Marine, which I always say, if you've been following Twisted Cat or myself, you've seen me always talk about Mike and Dave's Marine. That's kind of that stepping stone for Twisted Cat. So, you know, without Mike, I don't know that I would be here. I don't know that Twisted Cat would still be here. So always kind of looked up to Mike Bainey at Dave's Marine. But talking to Mike, you know, we always do this Fort Madison tournament, which we didn't do a Fort Madison last year. Fort Madison has always been one of our biggest events, numbers-wise. It's always been a great fishery. It's Pool 19 of the Mississippi River. It's where Liz and I was fishing last Monday night. It's a 47-mile-long pool, channel cats, and some flatheads, and still waiting on them blue cats. But hopefully one of these days we'll weigh a blue cat. But anyways, we always do it on a Sunday because Dave's Marine's open on Saturday till noon. And it was just a Sunday thing, and it's always worked out really well. So a lot of things have changed since we've been to Fort Madison. They got a brand new marina, and it's a really sweet setup. So I went up there last week and talked to Shy with the city and talked to Mike. And they really want to get back and do a takeoff like we used to do. Now, a lot of these events, why we changed and how we had to change is because, you know, these events are different with, you know, Perryville, Missouri, or Fort Smith, Arkansas, or Alton, where, you know, we start at one area and then boats or trucks and boats can trailer to different ramps here and there. That has changed, where this tournament we can all put in, now that this marina is done, we can all put in at Turnwater Marina, which is in Fort Madison, center of the pool. And it's got a massive marina. They just had a 100-boat bass tournament. They did a scheduled takeoff one at a time. So we are going to go back to that for this tournament out of Fort Madison, Iowa. Boat registrations will matter at this event. So make sure you get online if you want it. I know a lot of people don't care about boat numbers or getting that early start, but how we will do Fort Madison is boat number 1 Well, we'll put all the boats in at Turnwater. So at Turnwater Marina, all the boats will get put in there, and then we'll have some music playing. We'll have several speakers spread out, and then we'll do the national anthem at about 6:50. And then after the national anthem's done, like we'll kind of have people staged, boats 1 through 10 up to the front, 11 through 20, and so on. And once 7 o'clock hits, it's blast off. We'll call you out one at a time. So we'll say boat number 1, Alex Nagy, Liz Nagy, and you're free to go. So we'll call your boat, we'll call the captains and the anglers' names, and then you'll leave that marina, and then you're good to go. And fishing is right then. So if you want to go a mile down the river, you can start fishing. So the only change in this event is that boat numbers matter, and that we'll take off by boat numbers. So like I said, if you've been following Twisted Cat, it's been a while since we've done that. And again, unfortunately, not a lot of areas let that happen anymore like it used to. So we're really excited about that. To just do one and see how it goes. We might talk about doing that also at Muscatine for our Jack and Jill tournament. But that was the big announcement. I know you've been watching Facebook, seeing about these big posts about, hey, big announcement coming Monday night. So that's just what we wanted to let you know. Our next tournament, which is not for it's over a month away, Sunday. And yes, I've had a lot of text about, is the tournament Sunday? Yes, the tournament is Sunday. Sunday, May 4th, Fort Madison, Iowa, stop 5, and it will be blast off one at a time. So I'm really excited about that. As I continue, I got more good news as I'm reading some stuff. So as I was up at Dave's Marine talking to Mike, I said, Mike's like, hey, we're really excited, especially that we're all a part of the veterans and Fishing for Freedom, which is going to be at the end of May. So it's kind of something to be that we're just proud to be a part of. But for this Fort Madison tournament, Mike says, I want to be a part of it. Let me add some money here and there. So 2 things. If you bought your boat or engine from Dave's Marine, the highest placing Dave's Marine boat will get an extra $500. So let's just say you win the tournament and you have big fish. So if you win the tournament and you have big fish, you're going to get $500, which is a bonus from Castaway Midwest that does flooring. So they're doing $500 for every tournament big fish. But then if you bought your boat or engine from Mike at Dave's, then you get an extra $500 on top of that if you had or if you win the highest placing Dave's Marine boat. But he also wanted to kind of give some love to the people that had a rough day. We all have some rough days. So we were thinking, and I said, Mike, how long you been in business? He said, since 1981. I said, that's a long time. So if you get 44th place, you're going to get $500. So in these Channel Cat tournaments, as good as the fishing's been, we've almost weighed every boat. Last year we weighed 50 in Burlington. The year before that in Muscatine, we weighed 51. So obviously, if something doesn't happen and we don't weigh 44 boats, which I'm assuming will be somewhere between 60 and 80 boats for this tournament, but 44th place will get $500 from Dave's Marine. So Dave's Marine is doing $1,000, $500 to the highest placing Dave's Marine boat or engine, and then $500 to the 44th place team, which is in because they've been in business for 44 years, which is awesome. So again, I always want to say a big shout out to Mike and Dave's Marine for being a part of Twisted Cat, helping give me that push to get started and really make something of it. So again, those are the big 3 announcements: the $500 Dave's Marine highest placing finish, the $500 44th place finish, and the boat blast off one at a time. So like I said, big national anthem at Turnwater Sunday morning, and then one at a time. So like I said, the first boat, and I don't know, somebody registered a long time ago, maybe Nathan Dahlstorm. So I'll call them out. I'll call boat 1, Nathan and Tyson, and then they're good to go. And then I'll say boat 2, Alex Nagy, Liz Nagy, they're free to go. So if you have a certain spot that you want to get to, make sure. Did you have to purchase your boat from Days Marine for the 44th place finish? No, Sean, you do not. So good question. He said, do you have to purchase your boat from Days Marine for the 44th place finish? No. So pumped about the schedule or the boat blast off. It's been a while since we've done that. We can't, we've gotten away from that as the tournament's grown. But this event specifically, and I think we're going to shoot for Muscatine. We're going to see how Fort Madison goes, and then Muscatine will shoot for doing that for the Jack and Jill. And then again, the Jack and Jill and Muscatine is set. The date is set August 2nd. Jack and Jill, Muscatine, Iowa. $150 entry, 100% payback. So, and everybody, I promise I am working this week to dial in the championship and get that announced. I'm on it. I want to get it answered more than anybody else here, I promise. Any other questions about how that's going to work? Also, your boat's got to be off the water 6 p.m. Saturday. And then we'll have a captain's meeting 5 to 7 at the Eagles in Fort Madison. We'll do a Calcutta, 6 rods, Caleb. So you can use 6 rods in Fort Madison. Make sure you have the licenses to do 6 rods. Good question. And it'll be 5 fish limit, 5 fish only. Let's see. Any other questions? Yeah, Sean, it's a great venue. That's where a couple of us just did a Donald Moore and Dylan Lawson, myself, and Nate. We did like a 4-boat tournament there. Liz and I caught an 11-pounder, I think, that day. And then last Monday, we caught an 11-pounder. So the fishing is phenomenal. It's a place, if you haven't fished Pool 19, come give it a try. I promise you're going to love it. If you have fished Pool 19, you already know, so I don't even need to tell you. But we're really excited about that. So that'll be a Sunday tournament. Saturday night will be at the Eagles. That's such a fun place. They'll have those big Iowa fried tenderloins. We'll have merch for sale, and we'll also do a big Calcutta. So we always do a Calcutta in Fort Madison. It's right next to the host hotel. So we'll be going over some of that stuff. But make sure you get registered ASAP if you want a good boat number, a good blast off. That's going to be important. So make sure you get registered for that. Yes, the Calcutta a few years ago was crazy. It was. My phone is blowing up. Yes, Fishing for Freedom. Also, make sure you get registered. If there's anybody that is thinking about Fishing for Freedom, wants to be a part of it, hopefully I can get Mr. Nate Moore, the president, on the podcast, maybe even next Monday or this weekend or something, and just talk about Fishing for Freedom. It's an awesome, awesome event. That'll be, so we got really nothing in April besides, well, we do have the Sea Arc Owners Catfish Invitational, April 26th. And then the next weekend, May 4th, is Fort Madison. Then you got Mother's Day. And then Pekin, Illinois will be Saturday, May 24th, Memorial Weekend. And then May 30th, 31st, and June 1st, which is a Sunday, will be Fishing for Freedom. So make sure you get registered for that event. Any other questions about anything we have coming up? I just got back late last night. It was about 11 and a half hour drive from Lake D'Arbonne, Farmerville, Louisiana, and it was awesome. I am not a crappie fisherman. I've maybe caught one crappie rod and reel, and I'm not even 100% sure that I did, or maybe it was by accident. But after doing this is the second annual Sea Arc Owners Crappie Invitational. I'm kind of wanting to get out and do that. So I've got live scope on the boat. So I'd like to try that. So anybody here enjoy crappie fishing or just catfishing like myself? So like I said, I think we had a bunch of catfish guys that came down, and they really said that they enjoyed catching some of these big crappie. And after seeing them, like there were some big crappie, or the biggest big crappie was 2.14, and then we had a 2 even, which sounds like small, but it's a pretty big crappie. But one thing that I noticed, this weekend at the Crappie Invitational is you take somebody that can go that's a good catfish angler, and they're a good crappie angler. Like, you start to see some of the best anglers in the game, in the industry, are multi-species. They can not only can they just catch good catfish, they can catch good crappie, bass, they can catch bait good. So all that matters. Liz will have flyers printed out to hand out in Fort Madison. Like I said, if you have questions about Fishing for Freedom, let us know. Shoot us a message. It's an awesome, awesome event to be a part of. Sean said catch 'em bait. Anybody excited about Fort Madison? I might even try to get up there. I don't know, this weekend. Let's see what the weather's doing. It looks like complete crap. The next 4 days of rain. 80% Saturday, but Sunday looks promising. 53 high on Sunday. Let's see. I think the water is coming up in pool 20, so they probably got a little bit of water flowing. So maybe I'll get out, do another live on Sunday or something if I can get away. Tom says Sunday looks good. Bring your surfboards. Beyond ready. Yeah, Donald said Fort Madison is one of his favorite events. Pool 19 is a blast, and it really is. So another thing, with points, you're going to really start to see things shape up after stop 5, because you're going to have a couple of the northern anglers start getting some points. So pretty excited about how that's going to play out. So yeah, let's see, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 weekends away for Fort Madison. Scott and I did want to. That's on Sunday. Scott and Jake's Chasing Cats tournament is this Sunday on Carlisle. So if you're fishing Fort Madison, give me a thumbs up in the comments. You know what? I might squeeze away and fish Chasing Cats on Carlisle. Show them boys how it's done. Team Kitten Mittens is now registered. Oh my. Sean, you are right now, it's not official, but you are the runner-up for the mustache of the 2024 season. So if you're not doing anything this weekend, you can go down to Carlisle Lake and chase some of them channel cats down there. But Fort Madison is going to be a slug fest. Sean says we will see about that. Hey, Robert, Uncle Lou's in the house. So yeah, we're really excited about Fort Madison. That is where you want to talk about ounces. Ounces mattered this weekend in this crappie invitational. I mean, that was wild. But it does. The last time Twisted Cat was in Fort Madison 2 years ago, not only do ounces matter, we had big fish tie. So we had a big fish tie. It was the first time in 10 years. So that was crazy. What's everybody thinking it's going to take for the best 5 in Fort Madison? Best 5 fish in Fort Madison. I'm going to go big fish 14.25 and total weight. I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. 61.21. I mean, we almost hit 60 pounds in Burlington. In 2 hours in the evening with not even good bait, Liz and I caught one almost 12 pounds. Somebody's going to catch a slob there, I think. We have weighed one, I think, around 16 maybe in that pool. I think if you're in the mid 50s, you're going to be fighting for the top 15. I really believe that. But I want to see, like I said, I really want to see what. I wonder if I can pull that up. So I'm going to pull last year's. Okay. Let's go to Fort Madison, Iowa, 2022. Anybody remember what the weights were in 2022? We had 57 boats. Stats. Now look at this. 58 to win last year. Sleeper Flathead takes over 100. Yeah, I don't know about that, but okay. Archived Fort Madison. Okay, I think I got it. Wow, that was weak. Let's see if I can share this. All right, so this is Fort Madison. Now, this is April. That's a different animal. May is going to be a little different, but Jeff Brown, 47.51. Ron King, 38.37. I'm not going to lie. That's some weak weights there. That's a little weak. Okay. Something's changed up there. Let's go. So that is 2022. Now let's go to Burlington. All right. So last year, Burlington. Where are you at? Okay. Burlington last year we had. Let's see if I can. All right, much better. So first place, 59, 51, 50, 48, 47, 47, 46, 45, 44. So even in the 40s, down to 18th place, we weighed 45 boats, which some probably threw their fish back, but we weighed 45 boats. Check this out, though. This gets crazy here. Look at the big fish. That is unbelievable. 13.92 big fish, 13, 13, 13, 13. Top 5 boats had a big fish over 13. And then you had a 12, 12, 12 for your top 8. And then 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. So the top 14 boats had a big fish over 11 pounds. The top 24 boats had a big fish over 10 pounds. And the top 30 had one over 9 pounds. Those are giant weights. So that is awesome right there. Seeing like our last trip, big fish. Cool. You didn't weigh on your last trip. So the weights are kind of all over the place. Liz, 47. Robert, 59. Taylor, 53. Adam, 58. Cole says 55. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting weigh-in. Again, I'm going to maybe get out this weekend, weather permitting. Maybe I end up down in Carlisle Lake. What kind of fish are in Carlisle Lake? Anything big? Any big channels? Usually Scott's on here watching. So Scott, if you're on here, help me out. Bingo won one game so far tonight. Nice. Blint's on his Monday night bingo. Oh, there are blues in Carlisle now? You guys are killing me. Tons of them. Jake has been catching 13 to 15 pound channels. That's awesome. So what do you think it'll take in Carlisle to win that tournament this weekend? Let's see how far Carlisle is. Oh my. 3 hours and 41 minutes. That's insane. It's a way out there. 45 pounds. Scott has been bank fishing out of his boat from rock piles in the middle of Carlisle. What? I get you now. I get you. Anybody else fishing Carlisle Lake this Sunday? Let's see, weather this weekend for Carlisle. Weather permitting. Nathan, I figured you'd say something like that. Call you old Fairweather. Nathan Fairweather. Sean's jumping in with Trey on Sunday. It's good to see Trey get out a little bit. Well, my weather won't pull up for Carlisle, but that even sounds fun. Not the 4-hour drive, but take a couple kids with you. Yeah, I probably will take Rhett. So Cliff said Hayden's weight at Fishing for Freedom last year is a representative of what Fort Madison could be. Both tournaments had a priest on. I believe he had 3 channels from 3. Yes, he did. Clinton Lake maybe Sunday, then up to Fort Madison maybe next weekend. Yeah, these channel cats up here are jumbos. Straight up jumbos. Yeah, Fishing for Freedom. We're also, I know we talked about changing the pools up a little bit, having 19 be by itself too. I think we're working on that. So 19 is something special. So one more time, Fort Madison, Iowa, Sunday, May 4th. That weekend's going to go Saturday night, captain's dinner, or not captain's dinner, but captain's meeting will be at the Eagles in Fort Madison, which is right next to the host hotel. All that's on the website. We'll do a Calcutta. They'll have those big Iowa tenderloins. It'll be a great event. We'll do a Calcutta there after we do our rules, which we'll do that rules at 6. And then Sunday's a tournament. So it's 100% payback on entry fee, plus $500 big fish from Castaway Midwest, plus $500 to the highest placing Dave's Marine boat or engine, plus $500 to the 44th place team in lieu of the 44th year Dave's Marine has been in business. So Cole Delp, you've got a chance at $500 for 44th place. So a big shout out to Mike and Jessica at Dave's Marine for supporting us. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think we're going to hit a ton of boats in Fort Madison. The fishing's so good. We hope you join us. We'll still do the grassroots, the $100 grassroots event if you want to fish it for $100. But again, thanks, Mike and Jessica, for giving me a chance. But again, we really hope to see you Sunday, May 4th in Fort Madison, Iowa. The fishing is going to be phenomenal. I can't wait. Like I said, that's where Liz and I just went last Monday night to do a live. And we're doing some fishing out of. So hopefully we see you there. Next Monday, we'll try to get Nate with Fishing for Freedom on. And I'm pretty sure I'm 44th place in points too. Chris White, we'd love to have you, man. But if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Make sure you get registered because boat numbers matter. Remember, Fort Madison, Iowa event, stop 5. We are going back and doing boat takeoff by registration, like we talked about in the beginning of this podcast. You know, a big shout out to Mike. That's why we do the Sunday tournament in Fort Madison. But we're going back. So boat 1 takes off, boat 2, boat 3. So make sure you get registered. Make sure you get registered. If you know somebody that's going to be fishing it or on the fence, let them know. Tell them to get signed up so they get a good boat number. And I think that's really all I have for everybody tonight. Again, everybody, thanks for watching. Share this podcast. Let your friends and family know. We want to see them in Fort Madison, even to come to watch the weigh-in. And have a good rest of your week. We'll see you next Monday Night Live. If we do any fishing this weekend, we'll be live also, live on the water. But yeah, no Cliff Miller. I'm not going to back your boat. Going back for your hat. Oh, my. What's up, Nooner? All right, I'm out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Monday or possibly this weekend if the weather's good and we get to go live. Everybody have a great week. I'm out.